welcome to Trojan News for Friday, October 29th. I'm Aurora.
I'm Jonathan.
The fall season is a busy yet exciting time for high school students. New classes, fall sports, Friday night football games, and of course, homecoming. Trojan News covered the exciting events of this year's homecoming week.
This year's 2021 homecoming court: Alyssa Brest, Karina Lorena, Kylie Lorena, Maylee Lyons, and Cameron Warner. This year's homecoming queen was crowned on September 30th.
Congratulations to Alyssa Brest.
And for this year's 2021 homecoming float contest, in fourth place, the spring float made by the freshmen. In third place, the fall float made by the seniors. In second place, the summer float made by the juniors. And in first place, the winter float made by the sophomore. We asked many people their opinions on this year's theme seasons.
I think the theme seasons is a nice compliment to the band and what they do at halftime on Friday nights.
On Friday, October 1st, Greenville won their homecoming game against Mercer with a score of 28-7. While the winter float won, some students had different opinions.
The junior float, because it was the best.
I think the juniors had the best float for their theme summer because they made it like an actual beach on their float.
Oh no, but before I can talk about homecoming week, I get to put down this gigantic trophy from winning the homecoming float championship. There were lots of great costumes I saw this week. I really liked Twin Day. I think Twin Day, we had a triplet day when Marley Chapman and Riley Nealand and Brady Kincaid all wore office garb, so I thought that was pretty good. I also liked the summer theme days, but there was way too much creamy white man thigh walking around the schools on that day, so that does not get my vote. I think that there were great costumes this year, and just like all other years, there were some really great costumes too. So I think it was on par. I think there were some floats that topped other years. But I think all the costumes were great.
If you make Picture Day, you're in luck. Picture Retake Day will be Friday, November 5th. Registration forms are available in the main office.
High school students met Mr. Scott at the track from 8 to 9:30 on Wednesday, October 20th to view the cloud bands and the moons of Jupiter, rings of Saturn, and its largest moon, and detailed close-up views of the lunar surface with a high-powered telescope.
Transportation students recently designed and launched paper rockets. The rockets were built with a cardstock body and nose cones. Cardboard fins, which were digitally designed and cut on a laser engraver. A PVC launcher filled with 70 pounds of pressure was used to launch the rockets. Ryan Redfoot launched his rocket in a impressive 159 feet. Brandon Stubert was a close second at 147 feet.
The GHS Music Department has been extremely busy in the last week. On Saturday, October 23rd, the Chamber Choir, along with several soloists, performed show tunes and several popular songs at Fresh Grounds in Greenville. Just a few days later, the junior high and senior high choirs, junior high band, and senior high band performed a Halloween concert at the GHS Auditorium. We'll feature a Halloween song performed that night at the end of our broadcast. And don't forget, the Greenville Halloween Parade will be held this Saturday at 2. We'll now go to the Weather Center where a very musical guy is standing with the weather. Nate?
Thanks, Aurora. We've seen a fair amount of precipitation this week, and it seems like the rain is intent on sticking around for a little while. We could see nearly half an inch of rainfall on Friday alone. However, there is a silver lining. The rain could end right around kickoff for the Trojans' final game of the season. Friday night's low will be 47 degrees. Rain showers will start back up during the early morning hours on Saturday and develop into a steady light rain throughout the Halloween parade and trick-or-treating. Saturday's high will be 53. Rain continues on Sunday with a high in the mid-50s. We might see a little break on Monday, but then cooler temperatures and showers are in the forecast for the first week of November. That's it from the Weather Center. Let's send it back to Jonathan in the studio.
Thanks, Nate. Due to that rainy forecast, this weekend's Rake and Run has been postponed till next Saturday, November 6th. Key club members and anyone who would like to participate should meet at the field house at 9 a.m. on November 6th. Be sure to bring your own gloves and rake. The fall sports season is quickly coming to a close. Mason Moore is here to look at the latest in Trojan sports news.
On Friday, October 22nd, the Greenville Trojans football team traveled to Harbor Creek to take on the Huskies. In a defensive matchup, the final score was 13-7 in the favor of the Trojans. Junior running back Aiden Sasala led the team in rushing with 170 yards and 1 touchdown, while senior Levi Swartz put on another 63 yards. The other touchdown was scored by junior wide receiver Jace Herrick. Senior wide receiver Brady Kincaid led the team in receiving yards with 53. On defense, the Trojans were lights out, leading the team on defense. Sophomore Malachi Hyde had 13 total tackles and 2 tackles for a loss, while Herrick had 7 tackles, 4 passes defended, and a fumble recovery. The Trojans will hold a 6-3 record when they play their final regular season game against the Conneaut Eagles on Friday night. Senior night for the Trojans. The JV football team took on the Harbor Creek at home on Saturday morning, and the result was the same as the night before, a Trojan win. On offense, Nick Sorge had 23 carries for 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jack Strasser led the receiving group with over 35 yards receiving. T. Calvin, Noah Filson, Brayden Porter, Hayden Robertson, and Blake Rahman all carried the ball as well for the Trojans. James Peterson, Blake Hedgelin, Gage Hammond, Andrew Sinclair, and Jonathan Reimer have led the way all season blocking for the running backs. The defense this year was anchored by linebackers Bennett Hayne and T. Calvin. This was the JV team's 4th straight win, bringing their overall record to 4 wins and 1 loss. Congratulations to Megan Ickes for medaling at the cross-country county meet last week and recording a PR. Megan moves on to the district meet this Saturday in Ticeville. Good luck, Megan. We know you represent Greenville well. After a very successful season, the girls soccer team played their final game on Tuesday, October 26th. The girls fell to a tough Villa team in the District 10 quarterfinals on a cold and rainy night in Seneca, Pennsylvania. The boys soccer team played their final game of the season in Meadville on Wednesday. The boys fell in a hard-fought match to Grove City in the District 10 quarterfinals. Congratulations to both teams on a great season. Back to Aurora and Jonathan in the studio.
Thanks, Mason. Be sure to tune in to Trojan News for all the latest Greenville School District news and events. For Trojan News, I'm Aurora.
And I'm Jonathan.
As we promised, we'll leave you a selection from this week's Halloween concert. Here's the junior high and senior high performing Ghostbusters. Happy Halloween!